Virgo is your girl. I'm here. I have no idea what this reading is going to be about. But you do because you clicked on it. So let's see what the universe has in store for you today. I thought that was justice. Okay, so it's 9 of Cups in reverse, Justice in reverse right in the middle, and 6 of Wands. So this is like overcoming. It's like the roles are getting reversed right now. This is overcoming upright. It would be like your wishes and good hopes for yourself, and all, you know, toasting good cups, and not knowing where your wishes are going to take you and going into the abyss. This is like Justice in reverse. It's like somebody stole all your wishes. Oh my God, the cops just drove by. Okay, yeah, somebody stole your shit. And the popo just told on them. I mean, what a better way for justice. I mean, somebody honestly could be getting arrested. Oh my gosh, I feel like that's what it is. I mean, you want to steal something? Be prepared. Be prepared to pay the price for killing something you weren't supposed to kill, for stealing something you weren't supposed to steal. Because now this person has to overcome all of that battle because somebody, okay. So that's my scales of justice on my deck that are in reverse as well. Okay, so 2 cards of justice. What is this? Oh my God, shattered in reverse. It's this person. Oh my gosh, they're so toxic. Oh, they're so toxic. They have poisoned you, and that's why it's in reverse. This has all been shattered. Like it's like the court system. Somebody realized that their hopes and their dreams weren't theirs, and that they stole something that wasn't theirs, and they went with it. And then, obviously this person does not want their time to be up. Okay. They obviously want to continue, stealing all your hopes and dreams, but the cycle's up, and this person, this butterfly, deserves to fly free. Right. There's Pandora on the bottom. Like, I really feel like this was quite a box that had to be open. And I think that once you found out about something, you were never going to erase that information, right? It's always going to come in. You're always going to know that somebody took something that wasn't theirs. Corpse in reverse, so then they wouldn't die. I gotta open up the fucking window. Why? Why this type of energy all the time? Okay. Oh yeah, okay. We're gonna still do this deck. All right. Clear it out. I'd like to see the characters. Yes. Okay, so someone's been very, very worried about something. And I'm guessing it's this person that stole everything. They're getting worried, and I think their anxiety comes out the most at night because I think they know that you opened up this box. And look at that. Ooh, oh my god, a giant crow just landed in the tree right in front of me. Oh my gosh, his whole head is filled with snow because he obviously just ate something. Oh, he's so big. The crows here are fat. Oh, he's cleaning his beak off now. Okay, so whenever that happens like that, when I get a message from a crow or a crow just shows up, that's huge. Like, this is divine intervention. Like, this is somebody that the universe had to, just like the cops, right? Somebody had to intervene. And I believe it's this Knight of Swords, okay? Had to finally attack this person who's been worried that this attack was going to happen the whole time, right? They knew anybody that steals anything, trust me, the person that you stole from is going to want to come back and get their shit once they realize who's the thief, right? Who's the one that's been poisoning them this whole time. And what have they been poisoning you with? Please, what have they been poisoning you with? What have they been poisoning you with? See, I don't think it's going to be able to be that deck. I'll have to try this deck. He has always got to be watching. Okay, what did they poison you with? Oh, there's one card. Oh. Okay, so they poisoned you with a hex, which is stealing your hopes and your dreams. That's what a hex would do to somebody, right? You take their hopes, you take their dreams, you take everything they love, you put them in a hex, right? The reason why they did this hex was because they knew it was all systems go to be able to put you in a box. It's like they got wind that if they did this, if they took everything from you, it was going to put you away. And then they had control of everything. Oh my God, you know what I'm getting right now? Britney Spears. When her dad took control of everything. And she had to sign her fucking life away to her dad because everybody was saying she was too unstable to be able to handle her money and her life. And she just recently got permission to have her life back. And that's what I'm getting with this. It's like a father or a mother misabusing their role and putting their child in a box and taking all their hopes and all their dreams. And this misjustice, okay, they never wanted this hex to break, right? They figured they were allowed to do it, right? They had some type of authority over you. They had something over you, and they were told that it was all systems go, that if you don't want to die, all you have to do is steal all the essence of your children and you'll live forever. What's that also sound like? I don't know, maybe the Queen. Oh, there are like stories about the Queen that are coming out with these kids that are now grown-ups that met the Queen when they were younger, and how kids just disappeared and their parents were paid off and every kid had to kiss the Queen's shoes. Oh my God. Like abuse of authority, abuse of a position, and abuse over a child. And that's what this is. That's this misjustice, is abuse of a child, taking everything that they loved away from them so then their curse could break, so then they could have everlasting life. Ew, oh my gosh. So the way that this person would come through your life as somebody who almost looks like they haven't aged. And you realize there's a lot with celebrities that like you'll see for 30, 40 years and it looks like they haven't aged a day. Spell work, it's hexing, it's poisoning and taking from the innocent, right? There's even this Sandra Bullock clip that's being put. I mean, she this clip is old as fuck, but she's on the Ellen DeGeneres show talking about how she stays young and how they put things in her face. And Ellen laughs and says the foreskin of Korean babies, like of Korean boys. I mean, they think it's funny because they're doing it right in front of people's faces and nobody notices, right? So it's a joke how blind and how dumb the public can be, how dumb people around you can be, right? Especially with monsters, thinking, you know, taking the wishes and wills of children, right, to keep their everlasting life, switching justice in reverse, taking justice into your own hands over a child who then gets put into a box and hexed because their parent doesn't want to die, they want to live forever. Like, that's grounds for death of this person. And I think they already know it's coming. Like, I can hear the end of a song like this is wrapping up. It's not going to, people can't do this kind of work forever, right? Energy won't allow it to happen, especially if somebody gets wind of somebody using magic or using children in a negative way. So what happens to this Nine of Swords once this Knight of Swords comes at her or him? What happens to them? Let's see if we can get a card. It's going to be different for everybody. Oh. Yeah! Ghetto cowboy. That's what song I've got in my head right now. This person is ghetto. Like this, that's ghetto. Who does that? Oh, I knew kids were involved. See, I told you children were involved. Look at these kids. Oh my gosh, I'm totally awful with ages, but that looks to me like maybe a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old. Ew. And look, there's the King of Pentacles. There's this guy that's doing it. The tower comes down. And then it's 3 of Cups in limbo. I think this person, a majority of their life could have been spent around friends, and that's what they wanted. They wanted everlasting life. They wanted to be 17 forever, 18 forever, getting drunk, drinking with their friends, right? Everlasting life, everlasting youth, right? I think their friends hang in limbo because that's the thing is like, your friends are going to notice that you're an awful person, right? Like if you're a shady person, you're only going to be around shady people. Like if you're a good person and you're around a lot of shitty people, usually like the universe will just take those motherfuckers out, right? Because you're a good person and they don't want evil energies around you. If this person did a lot of these things just to get friends, just to get people around them, because they probably didn't want to be a parent, right? They wanted to stay young forever. They wanted to always act young. It was, you know, forever young, I want to be, right? Maybe that's their favorite song. And the thing is that nobody can stay forever young. Every day, like age doesn't even matter. Age just depicts how many days we've been here, right? It just indicates, it's just the one indicator of how long we've been here, but age doesn't matter. I mean, really, when you think about it, you're just aging in general. You're just walking down your life path, right? Seeing age very differently. Like, I don't even celebrate birthdays. Why? What's the fucking point? Why? Right? It just doesn't seem privy anymore to just sit there and fucking, be around for everybody's birthdays and what's going on with everybody. It's like, why do you care? I don't care how old you are. Like, people have put age on me my whole life. Well, you're this and you're that. You're a child, even though I was 30, right? My parents forced decisions over me because I wasn't married, right? Because I didn't have a house, because I was trying to take care of myself as a fucking the 30-year-old bartender, because I'm dyslexic and I can't go to school. I can't learn the way that other people learn because I was massively manipulated as a child. My brain doesn't function properly, and I've learned to deal with it. My family can't deal with it. They want me to change. They want me to get better, right? They stole the things that I could do. And that's a part of this is if I would have gotten help, if my parents would have gotten me help as a child, knowing how angry I was, I would have been able to fulfill my hopes and my dreams and my wishes, and I would have been able to become a woman. But because my abuse was never brought to the table, my abuse was always hidden under the table, right? And I got in trouble for needing support. My parents just dismissed me, and they dismissed everything, and they didn't get me the help that I needed because I think they thought they were going to get in trouble because they were a part of it. And damn right, if you're a part of something, you're going to get in trouble. But they didn't want to get in trouble. They felt like they were the king and the queen. They deserved everything. They deserved the money. They deserved an extra trailer. They deserved vacations all the time. They deserved expensive vehicles. That's what they wanted. And they held money over me when I had to fix my car because my car was the only thing I had in my whole fucking life. My first car burnt down. Literally a fire started in it. I had to get this other car, and my stepmother got so jealous of me when the new car actually was cheaper than the older car, but because it was a convertible, I became an asshole. She didn't want me to fix my car. She didn't want me to have a safe, reliable vehicle. She wanted me to go to the bank and get a loan for a car, which is stupid. I would never do that, right? It's like somebody taking your hopes and your wishes and then not allowing you to grow properly. So then they take all your hopes and they take all your wishes because you sit in a black hole, in a black box, not knowing what you want because your parent is so greedy that they've taken justice into their own hands. They didn't want to be a parent. They didn't want to court you and make sure that they were judge and jury on your life and defend you and be your lawyer and be your defense attorney. They didn't want to. They wanted their own justice, right? And this could be because a family split and a man always wanted a woman to stay with him. And once that woman left, blame it on the kids, right? It's always the kid's fault. As soon as a parent leaves, it's automatically the kid's fault. Has nothing to do with that actual parent. Why would it be a kid's fault? The parent decided to have the child. If they left another adult, it's most likely the adult's fault and not the child's fault. And if they run away from the child, then they're a fucking coward, right? Then they completely reneged on the job that they said they were going to do, right? Because parenting is one of those things that you don't actually know what it is until you get into it, right? And then because it's not like a puppy, it's not like a kitten, it's something you have to take care of for the rest of your life. My dad was like, 18, I'm done. I ain't taking care of them anymore. I had to pay child support. I had to give their mother all this money. You had to give my mother money to pay for my sister and I, not for her. If my mother was a bitch and took the money for herself, that's between my mother and my father. He always took it out on us. He had to pay child support. We were assholes. And when I dated a guy in my 30s who bitched about the fact that he had to pay child support, I dumped him immediately. I don't even want to fucking hear you talk about it. He actually added up how many payments he was going to have left. His kid was 6 at the time. He added up how much money and how many payments he was going to have to give his baby mama once his daughter turned 18. Like that becomes the mentality that once that child is 18, they are no longer your business. They can go out on the, when like Italian families, East Indian families, I mean, I'm not even gonna say how many fucking ethnic groups hold on to their children for dear life until their child gets married, especially Italians. Italians are very old school like that. Like they'll have a 35-year-old fucking dude living at their house because he still hasn't found a wife. Like I don't understand why parents kick their kids while they're down, because if they just raised them up, they would be fucking gone, living their own lives by the time they were 20. But to take and put them into a box because they were told that because they played a role, they were allowed to misuse justice, even though everybody's allowed to misuse justice, doesn't mean you do it. Anybody can take a kid and completely brainwash them because they're vulnerable, but doesn't mean you do it. Right? It's like we all have the ability to break the law. And I think that people need to become aware of that if you want to take the law into your own hands, right? If you want to screw somebody over and put them into dark energy that poisons them and steals from them, then you better believe that you're going to have to see the judge at the end of that. Like someone's going to ask you why you did what you did. And I don't care if you believe it or you don't. I mean, it's one of those things. I've already met makers in my dreams. I've already met people in my dreams that orchestrate this place, right? I've already had to tell my story to people, so you don't think that other people are going to have to tell their story in the end, right? Like, this is wrapping up. This is so messed up over the past that this is parents putting hexes on their children to get everything they want. And now those children are busting out of these boxes because we don't deserve to live in them anymore. So good luck to all the people that put their kids in boxes. Fucking idiots. Idiots. So irresponsible. Oh my God, look there's Virgo right there. Fucking hiding little hermit. Like hiding. It was in reverse. Like, this person is hiding because they won't reveal what they did. Even though they're going to have to explain themselves one day anyway, so why not just rip the Band-Aid off and fucking get it over with, right? It's not that confusing, okay? What you did to somebody is not that confusing. They just don't want to transition. Death in reverse. They don't want to change, right? This also could be a Virgo and a Scorpio. These could be your parents, right? And look at this. Karma. Because what goes around comes around. And then there's the Eight of Cups. You don't think someone's going to have to walk away at the end of this? Of course they are. Of course they are. You can't outsmart the universe. I know people try, and then they think they get away with it for a while. And I think it's so hilarious when they think that they've got the law. You know, like they've obeyed the law. They've fled the law. They're so smart, and the law can't find them. The cops just drove by my house, so guaranteed they know where you are. This is Moonshine. I'm peacing out. See ya.